I'm Kimberly Lansing with SpotOn, and I'm here with Greg Spatenko, Director of Sales for SpotOn Restaurant POS, and he's going to walk us through what SpotOn Restaurant has to offer. Thank you so much for joining us today, Greg.
Absolutely.
So would you say that this POS system is not just a POS system?
No, not at all. It's the platform, really. It's the POS system, it's the merchant services, and it's also the software that kind of ties things in.
Okay, that's great. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Sounds good. So I guess first, to get into the actual station or terminal, I'll just kind of tell you what comes in a station or a bundle. We do have the 19 or 15-inch high definition touchscreen monitor. Along with that bundle, you're going to get a cash drawer, a printer, a thermal printer, and also a EMV chip reader credit card processor, which is also enabled with Apple and Android Pay. So that's the basic bundle that you're going to get.
Are there optional hardware add-ons that restaurants can choose from?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, we provide every location for that first terminal. We provide them with a Meraki router backup, which is basically a cellular data backup. It's the top of the line as far as what they make. It's a Z3C LTE model. And really what that is, we're a hardwired system. We're cloud-based. We run off Google Chrome and Amazon as our server. So we're very, very lightning quick, very, very fast, reliable, dependable. But if by chance in your area you have poor connectivity, what this Meraki router will do, it'll sense that, yeah, and so you're always able to process cards. You're never taking the chance of trying to process a card offline and taking the chance of getting a chargeback. There's a couple other options, additional equipment options. We do have a customer-facing display where you could actually sign. You could have a tip prompt. We also do have pay at the table tablets, which are enabled with Apple Pay and also Android Pay, and they also have an EMV swiper or chip reader on it. And so the great thing about them too is the interface is the same as this main terminal. So you're really just learning one system. Lastly, we offer a heat-resistant printer. If you didn't want to use the printer, we also have the option or the integration with the KDS, which is a kitchen display screen. All right, so as you approach the terminal, we can go ahead and clock in or log in with a PIN number, either a 3, 4, 5, or 6-digit number. Okay. And so the first time you show up for the day, you would log in, that's your clock in. Mm-hmm. All right, so according to my number, it's going to take me to either a table layout, if I'm a host or a server. If I'm the bartender, maybe I'll just go straight to a menu screen. It's really laid out nice and clean, very easy to see things. This is our basic main menu. Now down here you can see the whole system's customizable, so we're going to build it according to what you want. Mm-hmm. Down here you can see I have so many different options as far as the layout of the system itself. It can be very busy or very simplified, totally up to you. All right, so now if I go down here, there's 3 access windows I want to talk about. They're command windows. So at the very top, on the top of the check, I'll just hit that. It's going to bring me to a ticket command. So this is going to be commands associated with the entire check. Any adjustments, any modifications, whatever on the entire check. So if I wanted to add a gratuity, if I wanted to attach a credit card, I can add a discount. If I could do a surcharge if it was legal in your state. I could get customer info. I could do order details, so I know exactly when the order was put in. So if it's late, I can go ahead and adjust the problem. Okay, getting back into that, I can quick send it. So there's several different. I can pre-authorize a credit card. So many different things I can do on the entire check level. So I can go ahead and get out of that, and now I can do it on an item level. So item level commands. So anything associated with a item or multiple items. So this is great because now you can move things around. You could repeat them if you want. Say if I wanted to go here, if I want to add a discount, employee meal, go back in, say I want to remove that. Now down here, if I wanted to manage that check, I get into my manage window. And now I can go ahead and add multiple guests if I want. Really easy to start a check. If I want to just push new order, I can go over here. On the left-hand side, you see right here we have a quantity bar, making it real easy for you to get in and say I want maybe 5 lemonades and maybe 6 Sprites. And again, this entire system is customizable. I mean, we literally will build this for you, for the merchant. So this one's going to look very different from the neighbor's restaurant. Mm-hmm. So getting through the navigation of an order, you can see I just ordered, 76 and only 85 drinks. And now I can go straight over here to a payment screen and get in, get out. You can see I just did $275, 80-something drinks. So I'm going to get into placing an order right now and just show you how easy it is and how lightning quick it is, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and order a burger for guest 1. Now, this is one of the things I love about this system. So it's taking me to a force modifier screen. All right, I don't have to navigate from one screen to another screen to another screen.
So nice.
It's just all right here. I could have as many modifiers as I want. I only have 3 groups set up here. So let me go ahead and see how that window just collapsed? So essentially it's pulling information from below. Yeah, so now I can go ahead and get into ordering a pretty detailed burger. And I don't want mayo or no red onion. And now let's collapse that window here. And now let's go ahead and it's going to force me to pick a cheese, and that just collapsed. And so here, I can go ahead and put a message on this ticket, making sure that everybody knows that it's a VIP order and it's for the bomb burger. So now the runner knows, the manager knows, the chef knows, VIP, high alert, making sure it's perfect, even though everybody wants to have a perfect burger.
Right.
Down here, we could actually modify the modifiers. All right, so I put a message on here. Candy bacon has to be extra crispy. All right, so it's going to take me, once I say OK, it's going to take me to my add-ons or my extras or my go with. So French fries, house slaw, no sides, or I can do an upsell. Let's go side of broccolini. All good to go. So the order's looking good, and now let's say guest 2 wants to get, let's get into our main screen, and they want to just get some calamari. So another great feature about this system is the items, the buttons, they're actually interactive as well. So if you can see I ordered calamari for $25, let me hold down on that button for just one moment, and I can go ahead and update this right on the screen. So I just changed it, so it's calamari and beans. Let's make it to guest 2. And so calamari instead of calamari and beans, I could also change the price if I wanted. Say it's going to be another $5 for the beans. So another great feature about the system too is I can use this as some type of informational POS. So I can load each individual item with a recipe, with allergies, with tasting notes, if it was a bottle of wine. So you can see I just pulled up calamari, lightly breaded with panko crust and finished with garlic zest. So if I'm a new server and there's a lot of labor turnover in the restaurant business. So if I'm new and I didn't necessarily know exactly what's in that dish, I'll just go to the POS, go ahead and pull it up. It's going to tell me what's exactly in the dish. Same thing with a wine bottle, KMS. Hold down for a second. I can put in the tasting notes for it. So if you're new and you haven't tasted this and you don't know much about wine, and it's a $500 bottle of wine, now I can go to the POS, read the brief description, 96 points of the wine spectator.
Right.
Great. Go back to the table.
Give them a little info while you're pouring.
And sell it.
It's awesome.
So that's a good, nice order, ready to go in. I'm just going to fire it into the kitchen right here. And now I can go to my list orders here. Here's my last order. This is my queue. So this is everything live. So this is my POS, my online, my open, my close, and I also have scheduled orders. I have carry out. I also have dine in. All my orders or everybody's orders. So if I'm the manager and I just kind of want to see, what's going on in the restaurant, what's going on the floor, if somebody has something on hold or somebody's waving down, needs a check, whatever that may be, I can go right here and go ahead and take care of that guest. You can see also I have online ordering. This is fantastic. So we do websites, custom built websites. We build a widget for them. We build a custom menu. So essentially they'll go to that website, go to the widget, we pull up the custom menu, and it goes straight into the kitchen, the order. So let's get into that exact order here. Let's go to our payment method. Now here I have a couple cool features. I have a roundup feature so you can easily give change. Down here in the bottom left, I have a split by guest. So with other systems, got a split. Oh
yeah.
With
Get
us,
the calculator out.
Yeah, with us you just hit split by guest, and now guest 1 only pays for what guest 1 ordered.
Wow.
Guest 2, the same.
I have never seen that before.
It's great. It's fantastic. It saves you a lot of time. Now, if I wanted to bring those 2 back together, I can just highlight them for a moment, combine the check, and now here we have 1 check again. And now here's our revenue streams. You can see. So we cash, credit card, gift card, house count, you name it. We can load these up in the back of the house. You can have as many of these as you want. Now you can see on the right-hand side here, we have our third-party integration with It's a Checkmate. So those tablets that those orders come in, chaotic. My restaurant I had 4. Super busy, but it's lots of user error and duplicate errors. You're left with food on the line. If you're a host, people come in, what are you expecting? You want to be greeted with a smile. The only reason why they need them now is to really update a menu item, 86 an item, whatever. As much as you really want to open up the POS, it's up to you. But if you really want to kind of lock it down a little bit more, you can do that with this system. And so in the back of the house, basically there's a job position, and with that particular job position, there's permissions associated with it. So say, for instance, a busboy. They clock in, they clock out. They're not responsible for cash. Now there's senior manager. They can pretty much do everything. There's a line item in the back of the house for every single thing that you're going to do on the floor in a day. And all you have to do is check the box or uncheck it, either allowing them or not allowing them. So depending on the position, you could have multiple people within a position, enabling them to do very different things. Another great feature is, remember, this is cloud-based. And so I literally don't have to be at the restaurant to do the things I just showed you. Whether I'm at home and I want to do a menu item change, everybody has seasonal changes, so that's always going to happen.
Right.
I don't have to be at the restaurant to do it. If I want to onboard a new employee, I can do it there.
So you don't have to live at the restaurant.
No, which is huge. One of the things that you lose when you walk in the door of a restaurant is time. So the cloud-based system enables you to work remotely. So you can do all this from your couch at home. Or if you wanted to get into the reporting site and see really the health of your business, again, you don't have to be there. All right, let's go ahead and get into pricing events. This is where you're going to create your schedule, create your calendar, whether it's going to be a special for the day or a special for the weekend. It's very easy to add event. You just go ahead and hit the plus sign down here, or if you simply want to take one away, you just go ahead and hit the minus sign. You can see I have a couple different scheduled events going on. We have our happy hour here. So right here, we're going to go ahead and name it and schedule it down here. We've got our dine-in only. And now here we have our scheduling tool. This is fantastic. Now, do you want to keep happy hour open every single day? All you got to do is check those days. Or do you want to just limit it to Monday through Friday? And then the dates. Do you want to keep it open-ended forever? Or do you want to put a specific weekend in here? Date to start and date to end. Now we also have a time to start and a time to end. Or we could just keep it open-ended forever. It's up to you.
Okay.
Now if I scroll down here, this is where we're going to put our items in as far as what we're going to have the event focused around. So for instance, we have one menu item. We can have multiple menu items. Let's go ahead and get into discounts. Discounts are great. Obviously, we want to either allow these or not allow these based on permissions, but right here, very easy to add. You just hit the plus sign and also negative to take it away. I got a couple different discounts created right back here. I have a 50% off for employees. This would be essentially when the employee comes in on their night off. Now we can go ahead and set that up to an amount off, a pop-up window of an amount off, a percent off, a pop-up percent off. Given I have permission to do that on the floor, I can do that. Also a price level and also set price. We'll go ahead and get out of that. And now we can also set up the parameters of that discount. So it can be a minimum order amount. We can also have a maximum discount amount. What I love about this system as well is we've got table layouts. We'll go ahead and build the rooms for you with all the layouts of the tables. Whether you have 1 room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, a VIP room, you name it. You can always come in here and edit those tables. So see, I can actually move this around. So if I had a private party or a buyout.
Wow.
All right, I can also create order types. Right here I have carry out, delivery, dine-in. Right, easy to create, so you can kind of track and reporting that revenue source. Right here, if you want to add modifiers, just hit your modifiers, go ahead and add a plus by creating a new one.
Okay.
And then go ahead and put in exactly what that modifier may be, and then right down here, attach it by just checking the box what it's going to be associated with. Go ahead and set that. You're going to go ahead and hit anywhere on here. It's going to store that. Now, this is a great feature as well. Let me get into actually menu items. Menu items, say you want to bring something on, you're going to change a bowl of pasta or whatnot. One of the great features of this is it's going to save you a lot of time. So say you have a similar item. Say we have New Holland beer barrel. Well, instead of going through the entire onboarding of the entire item, all I have to do is just come down here and duplicate that item, change the name, and then essentially everything else is going to stay the same. So you don't have to put in a different price or all the other stuff, the taxes, all that. All I got to do is duplicate. If it's a beer, it's a beer.
Got it.
So essentially that's this is your administrative portal. Anything you're going to do back here is going to change the front of the house. We have all the reports that everybody has, but we probably have 30 or 40 more reports for you to really kind of get into your business. So we also have a mobile application, so you can download those for your phone. So literally, I mean, you have a phone, I have a phone. We're attached to our phones. And so literally we can pull up our phone. I can have access to all of this information. And because it's cloud-based, it's updated in real time. So as from day one when you start using our system, I have access to that information. So if you want to go back year to date and how the health of my business was that day, I can access that information
From your phone.
from my phone or my desktop or my tablet or on a beach in Hawaii. So you can really stay hands-on in your business, so you can make changes.
That's not really typical with most POS systems, correct?
No, it's not. It's not really typical. I think the remote access, the ability to work from home, make changes, see the reporting on your phone. We actually have another business manager app where if you had a comp or a void or a transfer that you didn't approve of, you can actually decline it from your phone or accept it.
Wow.
All right, so I'm using one of our merchants located on the East Coast. They're doing over $101,000 in one day. Okay, back here on this day in March, so March 15th. We're cloud-based, remember, so any of this reporting is accessible through the cloud. So if I want to go back either to a custom range, to the day of, or even yesterday, I can easily zero in on exactly what I'm looking for, whether it's a weekend, a week, a month, or even the entire year. Compile the report, within seconds it's ready for you. All right, so $101,000. All right, so as I go down here, just to show you, we illustrate our reporting a little different. We have our visual graphs here. As I hover over them and scroll over them, you can see all that data changes. All right, this is my sales throughout the day. Here's my labor throughout the day. If I scroll down here, you can see I have my labor over sales percentage. Every restaurant, every bar has their percent that they need to hit. Scroll down here, you can see our check average throughout the day and also our guest count throughout the day. So visually, I can just look at these reports right here and create a schedule that's appropriate. Here's my voids throughout the day, usually after each shift. Now in the bottom right here, you can see we have two mobile applications. We have our Android and Apple mobile apps. Download these and you can see all of this reporting from your phone. Now over here, we're going to go ahead and pull up all our reports. Again, we have 77 to choose from. I'll just show you a few of these. I'll show you, everybody has a daily sales recap, the DSR. Everything is broken down for you. This is what happened in your day. If I scroll over here, you can see all my top sellers for the day. And our sales for those items. Scroll down here, you see our voids, our top discounters, and our top employee sales. Now over here, you can see our net cash, what's being deposited in our bank that day. Scroll down, all our payments through credit cards. And then all our total payments broken down with taxes, gratuities, surcharges, you name it. As I scroll down, paid in and paid out to the drawer. Taxes, gift card summary, surcharges and all our labor, hours, labor costs, and percent of net sales. Let's go ahead and get into another report here. Let's go ahead and show you the P-Mix report. Everybody has a P-Mix. Again, ours is presented a little differently. Now these are all interactive graphs. So if I want to find out what type of food I served during lunch, you can see all the data change. If I go ahead and flip that back around, and so I want to find out what food I served all throughout the day. Scroll down here and I can just go ahead and pop open the food window. And it's going to give me quantity sold, net sales, average price, percent of net sales, and also percent category sales. And now it's going to give me all the data that I need as far as that particular item. It's going to give me total sales, the quantity sold, maybe taxes and average price. And now I can see exactly when I sold it throughout the day. It looks like right here we had a moment of no sales here, so maybe this would be an option as far as creating a digital marketing campaign and boosting some sales during that window. It's your number one seller, so why is it not selling? So we can use this data to extract information and use that to create specials or events. Now you can see all my employees that sold it and the quantity and the total amount of sales. Down a little bit more. Now this is fantastic. I see the top 10 paired items that go with French fries. All right, so now you're using the customer's opinion, right, to pair something with that item. All right, this is what they want, this is what they like. They're the ones pairing it, so why don't we create a special around that? All right, so French fries and pina colada. Sounds amazing. Scroll down here, and now we have all the orders listed, 1 through 22 and more, that have French fries containing them. Now let's go ahead and get into showing you another report here. I like to show this one, it's a void report. Void report is important because this is actually money that's been lost. You know, customers are going to change their mind, that's fine. Great. But customers didn't like is something very different. Now this can illuminate a problem. So I'll come down here and figure what those items are so we can go and identify them and fix them. Now on the right hand side you can see I have several different items that customers didn't like. So if I see something over here that's repetitive, now I can identify there may be an issue here. So it looks like truffle mac and cheese. All right, so now maybe I had a margarita here multiple times. Now I got to go back to the bartender and have a little conversation. Truffle mac and cheese, and I got to go to the chef and say, hey, I think we have some problems here. If it's a beer, a particular beer or line, maybe it needs to be cleaned. So I call my service technician, right? So you can literally find the problem and so you can fix it. So you're not just throwing money away. Payroll summary is great. Again, you can use our POS for your payroll. It's got everything you need right here.
Okay.
Right, our hours, OT rates, credit card tips, gratuities, all that right here. And any of these reports you can drop into an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV file. What I love about this is the ability to get right to possibly an issue, overtime. Restaurants, you can't have overtime. The margins are too thin. So with us, all you have to do is just highlight overtime, and now it's going to illuminate exactly who my offenders are. Line cooks, right? It's going to pop up, here's my offenders right here. And essentially what I tell people is, or what I tell people in my restaurant, I'd rather schedule 2 people to get the job done twice as fast than pay one person, get the job done twice as long, and pay them time and a half. All right, so you can really identify where you're potentially losing money. I love this feature. It's called credit card transactions. All right, so how many times in the course of a day have I been called, maybe by the secretary, they want to get a reprint of a check? 4, 5, 6 times a day. It used to happen to me. It used to take me 45 minutes to an hour to do this. With our system, with our search function, I can do 15 of these in possibly a minute. All right, so if you just gave me random 3 numbers at the top of your head, maybe let's go 4, 6, and 9. I'll put 4, 6, and 9 in, and it's going to pull up every single credit card that was ran. Remember, cloud-based. Jumping back to 315, it happened that fast. It's pulling every single credit card that was ran that day. I can there's only one, so it makes it easy for me. I'll pull up that check.
Mm-hmm.
I can see all the order information as far as when they were sitting or where they were sitting, the time they started, time they left, who was the server. Looks like this check was reopened. You can see a void here because it was change mine. And it looks like they split it 3 different ways, 2 visas and a cash. All right, let's go ahead and pull up that receipt right here. And this is the receipt they got that night. Now I'm just going to go ahead and email straight from my server here because we have an email server built in. All right, I can put you, your partner, your business manager, your accountant, you name it. Put them all right here, email straight from here. So I don't have to try and find the check because I don't necessarily know if it's down to the penny. Is it with tip or without tip? Is it on a specific day or a weekend? I can zero in on that exact check. I don't have to download it, scan it, upload it, attach it to an email. All of that happens seamlessly on the system. And then I can also I can print it right here from the terminal if they came in live. Let's go into sales contest. I love this one. This is fantastic. So pick the number one thing or the most profitable item on your menu. So say it's those French fries and they cost you $1.50 to make and you're selling them for $11. Well, let's incentivize our staff to sell them, right? Create a contest. Easy to do. Come over here, have fun with this, right? Everybody loves a little friendly competition. Okay, here's our jobs. Who's going to be involved in the contest? Go ahead and just go check a box. Is it lunch, dinner, or even late night, or all day? Is it a category, so top wine sales? Or is it a specific item like French fries, or a specific bottle of wine? Go ahead and create your contest, save it, and now go ahead and incentivize your entire staff to sell that number one thing that makes you the most money. And all it's going to cost you is maybe a lunch or a dinner. So in all my 28 years of using POS systems, I wish I had it in all the years that I was working either behind the bar or on the floor. And I'm sure that most merchants will find the same. There's really not a lot of systems or companies out there that really have the entire platform that we offer. We are the merchant service provider. We have the best-in-class POS, lightning quick, very durable. And in the middle of that, we have software programs that help you grow and manage your business, whether it's review management, digital marketing, consumer analytics, also a customer engagement, even a virtual terminal, and also our new loyalty program. So bottom line is that we want to provide the best customer service out there. We have 24/7 support. We've got the best-in-class installation crew. We want to ensure that when you go live, you're ready. We have our menu build team that's going to customize the menu for you.
Well, Greg, I cannot wait to see this system in more restaurants across the country. It truly is a game changer, and thank you so much for that demo today. If you guys want to learn more about SpotOn Restaurant, visit spoton.com or contact your local sales rep. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.